From renter to homeowner, that is the future for the Guam Power Authority. Design plans for their new home in Barragata are complete, scheduled to open in late 2014, designed by RIM Architects, and recently awarded construction contract to Cortec. They are ready to build. Chairman of the Consolidated Commission on Utilities, Simon Sanchez, however, says the board will still need to give approval to a request for funding for additional costs.
GPA management is asking for a small increase of $400,000 to pay RIM Architects for additional construction management and design services that are needed to complete the building.
Increasing service costs from $2.8 million to $3.2 million. The new building will be lead certified and energy efficient. It will house the administrative offices of GPA, GWA, and the CCU. Being more energy efficient is not only the goal for GPA's new building, but also for our island's streetlights. Over the last year, GPA has piloted energy-efficient streetlights in Tumon and along Marine Drive, which are 50% more energy efficient.
And we want to convert all 16,000 Guam streetlights to these more energy-efficient streetlights. We're finding out that we could get our money back in about 5 years, because we spend about $4 to $5 million a year right now. The public does.
Sanchez says since Guam does not have the financial ability to purchase the 15,000 to 16,000 lights, making the switch is complicated and will require the formation of a special purpose entity.
We would create this SPE, probably be managed by GPA, and the CC would probably remain on the board. But the idea of this special purpose entity is it allows GPA to do some energy efficient things outside of its main function.
A tax structure and a borrowing structure vetted out with bond councils and GITA. The SPE will not only allow for streetlights, but also to help the Department of Education conserve energy.
By helping to flow the financing that might be available in the private sector to the government of Guam through the school system, in which the school system enters into an agreement with the SPE.
Meanwhile, more good news from the CCU, as residents can find relief that at least for now, GPA rates will not be increasing.
GPA management was concerned about the last base rate, which we reduced. The request was higher than we approved. They thought that they would seek another adjustment. It turns out now that they are not going to seek another adjustment.
Sanchez says the CCU was very concerned in approving the last base rate increase because ratepayers are really tapped out. A working session was held this afternoon looking at the design of GPA's rate structure. Sanchez says this will not increase the rate, but instead identifies that some ratepayers are subsidizing other ratepayers, ultimately hoping to move towards balance. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Jolene Toves.